another tag video for BxxKmas today. And this tag is the BookTube Reflections Tag. A little history about me is that I just started BookTube this past August, September, October, November. No, so this past September. So I am new to BookTube, but I think right now is a good time to do the BookTube Reflections Tag, which is kind of looking back at your BookTube over the last year and if you've achieved bookish goals and things like that. I can't remember who did this tag, but I will link the original tag down below. Question number 1. Did you reach any bookish goals this year? Yes, absolutely. In the beginning of the year, I had already planned to read more. That's one of my goals for every year, but this year I was like, this is going to be the year I'm going to read more. And I was right. I had no idea how right I was going to be because lockdown happened and I started reading a ton. In August, when I made my Goodreads, I set a Goodreads goal of 50 books for the year. That seemed doable. I had some books under my belt already, and I reached that goal in the first week of December. So I'm past that goal now, and I should pass it by kind of a lot by the end of 2020, so I'm excited about that. Another non-bookish goal that I had, but something that I've been really wanting to do, was start a YouTube channel. And when I found BookTube in 2020, I was like, oh, this is what I need to be doing. This is what I want to be doing, and I'm going to do it. So that was another goal that I reached that happened to be a bookish goal, even though originally I didn't intend it to be. I also read a lot of diverse things this year. I read through a lot of books that I already owned, and I read some books that ended up being some of my probably all-time favorite books. That wasn't a bookish goal, but I definitely feel like that was a bookish achievement. Question number 2, booktubers you felt supported by. So I'm super new and I definitely have only a few followers right now, like very, very few, but the followers that I do have and that I have gained, I just find to be really supportive, and I just think it's really nice and exciting, and I feel supported anytime anyone subscribes to my channel and has a channel of their own that I can check out, and then hopefully ideally makes comments and we can start conversations. I just really want to have like a bookish community and a BookTube community, so everyone who has helped me out on the way has been really supportive, and I really appreciate that. Question number 3, your favorite video that you uploaded. Just to clarify, I'm doing this video like cold, so I just wrote the questions down, not the answers. So my favorite video that I've uploaded, I definitely really loved my nonfiction for every reader video. It wasn't maybe the best video production-wise, but I had fun doing it. And then I think also the last video that I posted, I made my last video 20 books that I learned about in 2020 that I want to read in 2021, with the intent that I'll go back and look at it at the end of next year, this time next year, and make a reflection video on it. So I'm really excited about that. Question number 4 is a video that didn't do as well as you thought. So again, I'm really, really small right now, and so none of my videos are doing like well, I would say. One of the videos that I'm surprised that people don't watch are my wrap-up videos, just because I love wrap-up videos and I watch them all the time, and I love, like, people are always apologizing that their wrap-ups are late, but I like late wrap-up videos because like then mid-December you're getting your November wrap-up and you get like that fix of a wrap-up mid-month. I'm a little bit surprised that more people don't like those, and they don't get as many views on my channel. I would say more, I'm always surprised when videos do well. Like if I get 10 views or 20 views, I'm like super stoked. So I don't really look at it as not getting enough views. I just look at the videos that get more, and I'm like, well, what about those videos do people want to see more of? Question number 5 is, what did you struggle with on your channel? And so I definitely struggle with consistency. I was really strong at the start, but then I started loving making videos so much that I wanted to make more and more videos. And then doing BxxKmas really threw me for a loop because vlogging every day was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and it kind of threw my schedule off. So I want to get back to a more consistent schedule and doing videos ahead of time and not having to like edit them right away and then put them up right away. One thing I also struggled with was when to put videos up. It seems like putting them up in the morning makes the most sense, but is that a very small way of thinking about it? Like, is that a very corporate business way of thinking about it, that it has to be like a 9 to 5 kind of thing, or they're going to look at them first thing in the morning? I mean, I know that I look at YouTube like kind of all throughout the day. I'll look at stuff in the morning, but then I'll also look in the evening time. I'll look in the middle of the day if I have nothing else to do. So I'm going to play around with maybe trying to upload things at different times and see what is more enticing or exciting. It's got to be very difficult and a great struggle, I think, to find out when your viewers are watching your videos and not get lost in the huge avalanche of other videos that are out. I think another struggle that I've had is definitely overcoming not wanting to be on camera. The first few videos on this YouTube didn't have me in them at all, and it was really hard to come to the conclusion that to have a booktube I needed to be on camera. But something that I think about a lot and I talk about a lot, like, I don't want to necessarily be on camera, but I think that's the best way to do a booktube, and it does help me connect with other people on booktube, so I'm definitely going to continue to do that. That's definitely a struggle that is going to be ongoing. And then I think also just like technologically I struggled because I really don't know a lot, so I'm learning as I go. Aren't we all? Question number 6 kind of goes in with that. It's what would you like to improve? And I would definitely like to improve everything. I would like to make more interesting, more compelling videos. I would like to make better edited, better technically advanced videos. Like, I'd like my videos to be a little bit more interesting technology-wise, if that makes sense. I would like to get better at vlogging. I would like to read more and get better at reviewing books. I would like to get better at kind of incorporating who I am in each video. I mean, I think that I try to be myself as much as possible, but you're only getting one small glimpse, and I think it is good to, you know, have those personal touches, I guess, so I'd like to get better at that. And then something else that I'd like to improve is just my community of book people. My husband reads, which is great. My dad reads, which is great. My friends read, which is great, but we very rarely talk in depth about books, and I think that I would love to incorporate talking more about books in my channel with other people outside of my channel. That way, again, you get another glimpse of my life, but also you will see some of my influences, because the people who read around me are, you know, are heavy influencers on my reading. Question number 7 is, what do you want your viewers to know? And I would say I want my viewers to know that, one, I appreciate them and I appreciate them being here. I love when they comment or when they have something to say about what I've said, or if they want to do any kind of participation in this channel, I would love that. Here's Martin. I would also say that I want them to know that this is genuinely me, and I try to be as genuine as possible. Obviously, I am filming, so there's an aspect of putting on what you want people to see and talking about what you want people to hear, but this is definitely me. And then I think the last thing that I'd really want people to know about my channel would be, I'm a backlist reader and I'm a backlist booktuber, so you're never going to see the latest, newest books, but you are going to get a perspective of someone who's collected books over a long period of time and is reading through them, and you are going to get a perspective of someone who is trying to lead a zero-waste lifestyle and not buy any new things, to reuse, to recycle, to renew. I think that those are something that's lacking. Obviously, there are people leading a zero waste lifestyle on YouTube, but you very rarely see like crossovers. So there's not many like mukbangers who are also zero waste. Like, that's something when I watch mukbangs that I wish people would do. Like, use reusable napkins, not paper towels. That would be huge. Same with booktubers. I think there is a nice crossover of booktubers who buy new books and also booktubers who buy used books, which used books 100% great. One of the first things that got me into booktube in the first place was watching Books and Lala, and how she, when she was first starting out, was all about buying secondhand. So I would love to see that like continue and be more of a conversation. There's also a conversation kind of starting right now on BookTube that is about consumerism and that idea of like unboxing and things like that, that, you know, maybe are harmful to the planet. And I think we can be booktubers who are conscious of the things that the planet needs as well. I think reading about the environment and reading about racial tensions and reading about those things is a huge step, but I also think like buying secondhand, I think there's a lot to be said about that, and I would love to address more of that on my channel. So that's something that I think will be coming. That's something that I want people to know right off the bat. That is the last question on the BookTube Reflections tag. I'm going to tag everyone that started a booktube in 2020 to do this tag. I would like anyone who started a booktube in 2020 to do a reflections tag, talk about what they thought of their first year on booktube, and talk about what they want to do in the coming years. If you are new to booktube like I am, please do this tag. I would love to see it. I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.